Alright, there we go. Let's see here. Nothing like help out. Nobody yet. It's gonna take a minute for it to get rolling here. Just to help out for a minute, just to get set up. So I can get the rest of the stuff together. Need something kind of a little weighted and just to hold the bottom. Just for a minute here until we'll get in here. We'll come back. Back for it. There we go. Nobody in there yet. It's gonna take a few minutes for it to get ramped up. Probably have to start doing some stuff. I don't know if it's the same type of algorithm. Huh. It's good enough for a minute. Sideways. Oh, alright guys, just getting set up. Got some plecos, African cichlids. Got the nice little rig that I made here. It's a 5-gallon bucket with a air pump on it reversed. You guys could share the video. Let's get some people in here. Be appreciated. Anything helps. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody had a wonderful day. About to start cleaning right here in a minute. Any questions or anything? Have a partner here with me to read any questions that anybody might ask. Alright, well, all set up. I guess he can take over. And so basically what I have going on here is I have a air pump. It's an older one. It's a Lister 100. And I took it apart. I could do a video if anybody wants to see a video. I took it apart and reversed the pumping mechanism to where it sucks now instead of pumps air. So then I put a hole in a 5-gallon bucket lid and put the air line with the nipple in there. And then I put on the other side of the lid a vacuum hose from Python Products. Not sponsored by them at all. But I use all Python products. They have really good quality stuff. Put a nipple in the bucket and put the hose on there. So now what happens is the air sucks out of the bucket and creates a vacuum and withdraws through the hose and sucks the water through. So what we're about to do is vacuum some tanks. I'm actually going to wash my hands first, so you guys can check out the fish for a minute.
I'm not camera shy.
Alright, here we go. I guess what I'm going to start with is, let's see here. Which tank's the worst right now? I think tank number 5's the worst, and it's one of the harder tanks to get to, but it's alright. So, let's see here. Squeeze over here. It won't be like this very long.
That looks unsafe. Looks safer.
That works. I can reach all the way over. So these are in here is some African cichlids. Female and a male, trying to get them to breed. And I have one pleco in here that loves to hide. So it's actually right over here. Yes, tell her wild fish. Fishy fishies. But, so basically hold it in here like this and it creates the vacuum and it will suck up everything on the bottom of the tank. And I normally do about 30% water changes, so I can get a couple tanks in that 5-gallon bucket. It's perfect. Alright. And normally I'll start on one side of the tank, and shuffle everything around and suck up all the nasty stuff. I do so inside the tank until the water gets down to 30% water change. This tank hasn't been cleaned, it's way overdue. That's why we're doing it right now. I don't clean my filters, my sponge filters inside my tanks. I let them keep the bacteria. I believe, from what I've been told by quite a few fish stores, to let filters run basically until they won't pump any more of anything through them. No more water will go through it, no more air will go through it. I just go through little by little. I try not to rearrange my tanks too much. I try to keep them where the fish are happy with where everything's at. The only time that I rearrange my tanks is if I add a new fish in. That's to stir things up a little bit to keep them focused on what's going on in the tank versus what the new fish is up to. This is probably going to be one of the dirtiest tanks up here. How many people are in?
One.
So the one. You don't mind giving a share, trying to get some more people in here. Just do this all the way across the tank. Has he commented on anything else? Said fish.
No,
There we
just
go.
fish. Just fish.
Just fish.
Just fish. Lots of
Just
fish. Lots of fish.
So for my smaller tanks, I use this setup. It works really good. And then for my bigger tanks, I use the Python products. I think it's got like 3/4 inch line on it or something like that. It hooks up to the faucet and does it all that way. I could probably use a little more suction. I'd have to move faster though, but maybe if there's more suction, it might suck up more out of the bottom. So it might cover more area.
think we could easily put a pump on this bucket, pump this water back in as you're doing it, and then at a certain point,
Through a filter.
well, just to keep it, well, just have it sucked
Oh,
from
to
higher
keep
up.
it, well, that's why, you know, once I get further into detail with some of this stuff on here, you know, I'll be showing people the autofill that's like on a 20-gallon tank over there. It's got an autofill on that one. So as I'm, you know, sucking the water out of that one, it fills back up on its own. The 135 has a autofill on it, but the fish are bigger in there. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to make a box around that area up in the corner and silicone it in to where they can't bump the autofill, because I was sitting on the couch the other day and I had it on and I forgot I had it on because I normally turn the T-valve off when it's done filling, and I noticed it's done filling and I didn't. And one of the fish had bumped it and knocked it in there, and it was just filling and filling and filling. And when I actually looked over there, I said, man, that 135 looks awfully full for some reason compared to how it normally looks. Sure enough, I walk up to it and it's like at the brim, like about the roll in, so I hit that T-valve on the autofill. So the autofills are nice, but you can't really rely on it. And you know, I've been pushing it with that 20-gallon up there. If something happens in that 20-gallon up there, but it's all small fish, so I don't know what really happened. It'll make a mess, especially I'm gone for 10 hours. 10 hours of a 1/4-inch line at full blast. That's a lot of water. That'd be the equivalent to going to your fridge and holding down on the water fill and just leaving it held down for 10 hours. However many gallons that would be. Go for a little ride. Now you've got obstruction in front of you. Hasn't been that long, halfway through the tank. Bucket's halfway full. Perfect, going at a good rate. It'll give us a 50% water change, being a 5-gallon bucket and a 10-gallon tank. And when it's this dirty, that's what I want, is 50% water change. If I make it to the other side and it's not exactly low like that, that's completely fine. And what I do is I go through it, I do all the tanks. Once all the tanks are done, I hook up my Python unit to the sink and I top all the tanks off. It takes about 10-15 minutes to top all the tanks off. And usually about an hour, hour and a half to vacuum them all. So it's really not too bad. Do it a couple times, once or twice a week, depending on if it's a breeding tank or not. About 2 hours worth of tanks. I got a bunch of tanks, so I feed it about twice a week. Or I can pick a day and spend about 4 to 5 hours and do all the tanks and be done with it for the week. Each their own. Either way works for me. Anything change in there yet?
We lost our only person. Go back.
With the babies and stuff in there, you want them to grow fast, so you want to try to do 50% water change, 30 to 50% water changes twice a week on those tanks. And a lot of feeding. That's how you get your fish to grow a lot faster. This guy's gonna get so mad at me. He's cleared all these rocks out from under here. I'm knocking most of them back down in there. Seems like all the African cichlids out here move the rocks around. The ones in the bedroom in the big tank, they just hide in stuff. They don't really pull rocks out.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take those, go like that. These two out of the way since I already vacuumed all down there. Stirring all the chickens up in the tank, freaking out. This tank's almost done. 60% water change. Not really getting any more stuff. There's going to be some stuff that they stirred up that's going to settle, but alright. I think that rock was pretty bad. Pretty good. Not seeing anything really coming out anymore, so. He's pissed. He's not happy. There's this one back, and that's 50% water change on that tank. So now what I gotta do is I gotta empty this bucket out. Put the lid back on here for a few, just get it out of the way. My towel. Fish towel. What's going on in there right now? Anything?
No, just fish.
Nobody's in there?
We get one coming in and out. So I don't know if it's the same person or not.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll just
I can't. It doesn't tell me.
Swap buckets.
Where are you going next?
I think I should do.
2 looks like crap. For all those plecos, you think they'd be able to keep the algae down.
Yeah, I need to do 1 and 2, I guess. At least a little bit. Just to check and see what's going on. I'm out. I'm freaking way. This will probably pump faster because it's a longer drop.
Where do you put this thing? Top?
No, I poured a toilet. Yeah. Slow. Pleco babies make so much waste, it's crazy. All good, no mess?
Yep.
Yeah, if you pour it fast, it freaking, I don't know, it doesn't work so well. These guys have made such a mess in this tank. And that tank's probably going to be worse, but that tank, I think it's a lot of bleaching out of the wood. That's why the water is darker. If you look at all the tanks that have wood in them, they're pretty dark. Yeah, And since this is a breeding tank, I do 50% in my breeding tanks, the water changers. Oh, these guys have this tank so filthy. I feel like I've lost some suction here. That one doesn't feel like it's sucking as hard as it normally does right now.
Blue stuff, you know.
Huh? Baby snail stuff gets stuck in here all the time. I got snail shells stuck.
Gotta get too quick. Hang on to one.
Go look at her suction back and snail shell.
Little baby one. There we go. somebody moving rocks somewhere. Oh, I'm already plugged up.
No, it's up.
Huh?
It was fucking.
Yeah. I wasn't lifting anything up. Not picking anything up. There it goes. Oh, I lost that from somehow. It was real weird. Gotta lose vacuum from that shit like that right there. It's a snail shell that just screwed me over. Can't put no filter or nothing over the dang thing. It sucks. That sucks a little now. It takes a minute for it to get over this hump. If it's over there, yeah, it's something hard.
I'll bring over my
It's just literally the because the opening's so small, and then like, look, there's a snail going up in there right now, and there's just an empty snail shell, so I have to like be careful, and if I drop them every time, then regain suction, well, that sucks. Snails get in the damn way.
I need a little valve up right by your pump.
Yeah, to cut it off now.
Yeah, we're gonna leave all the way down.
Needs to be a valve with like a relief on it though that allows air cycle back in to close it.
Yeah.
So it'll drop whatever's in the tube.
Gauge thing.
Got a little shell going up in there right now. You didn't see it go through the hose either, so it's probably stuck up in there. Dirty. Freezing now, I mean, it makes it better when it actually suction works good. Just enough now where it's not sucking rocks, it's not really sucking snails. And these snails in here, I gotta go through this, pluck a lot of these snails out of here soon. It's time to feed the assassin snails. Some more dirt to you. The smaller snails I'm picking up that are more dense than you are. Can't reach all the way back. Yeah, you got some spots I ain't like dirty at all. And you hit a spot and it's like, bam.
Probably have a time you want to tweak you. Probably. Thanks for tweaking.
About 3/4 of the tank done. for sure. Got bucket, full bucket?
8 cents.
So, we'll settle back down by the time I make it over there to it. This tank's really dirty, so many plecos in here. That's why I keep plants in these tanks too. It offsets the nitrate levels and stuff like that. And it offsets the ammonias and stuff like that from all the food.
You have a good pH pen?
Huh?
You have a good pH pen? No. Thank you.
Yep.
I have one. I kept some lights, it's just basic stuff that you need to fire up and fire for.
You got the pH pen still?
And I had that's good.
Definitely help.
I mean, I
Oh, got to plug up. Something in there. Yeah, okay.
might be a hose, because let's get it picked off. If it's off,
That works. That works good.
everything you have a valve in the your valve to pinch it.
Yeah.
That hose is going when you push it.
Pesky snails, man. Caught in here. I'm looking at my full eyes.
Get there. Quarter gallon of oil.
Almost through half the tank, so that's good. I've been able to speed through this one pretty good.
Alright, hold on. Stupid guy. I thought we were involved.
Are you still there?
Nope, we're just being stupid for ourselves now.
We'll fucking stop it for a minute and we'll restart it. Ooh, that one stinks.
That's probably the pleco one.
Huh?
Probably the pleco one.